Sports and fame. When these two get together, a lot of benefits come along. Just look at the most famous athletes of our time and you'll also be looking at some of the richest people on earth. And what comes with a ton of money, that being massive, cool-looking houses. Today we're going to be looking at the incredible homes of the top 15 richest athletes. Not only will we show you the 15 richest athletes, but I'll also show you the incredible places where they live. Can you guess who's at the top of the list? If you're serious about sports, you might have an idea, but I have a feeling you might be learning about some athletes you've never actually heard about before. Some of these athletes are already retired, but hey, once you become an athlete, you're always an athlete. With all that said and done, let's begin, shall we? Number 15. Bud Selig. Our list starts with Bud Selig, the commissioner of Major League Baseball. Being in this position paid off really well, and today his net worth is $400 million. One of the more remarkable things about Bud is that he is the one who started the Milwaukee Brewers back in the 70s. For that reason, it's not surprising to see that he owns a stadium-sized home in Milwaukee. The house did start small back over in 1985 and turned into a massive mansion through time, which is very representative of Bud Selig's career. Today, this house is bigger than the playing field at Miller Park. It has 3 bedrooms, 2 full bathrooms, and 2 half bathrooms, but there are also some impressive attractions such as a gallery and a study room that's shown to be as clean and sterile as a dentist's office. The property has a big garden and even space for sculptures. I'd say that's one comfortable lifestyle for a Milwaukee resident. Number 14. Roger Federer. Next on this list we have Roger Federer, a professional tennis player ranked 3rd in men's single tennis. While the Swiss player is approaching the end of his career, he has a net worth of $450 million, and I'm honestly not surprised. This guy ranked number 1 for 6 years in a row and was able to win 19 Grand Slams during his career. With all that money, he was able to build a beautiful double villa in Valbella. One half is for his parents and the other half is for him to enjoy with his wife and twins. Property development seems to be Federer's passion, besides tennis of course. He also owns property in Dubai and South Africa besides this amazing house in Valbella. And he's already planning on making a new home on the shores of Lake Zurich. It seems like he'll be pretty busy with property once he says goodbye to his tennis days. Number 13. David Beckham. The famous football player, or soccer for those in the US, is one of the richest athletes to this very day. His career allowed him to play with the Manchester United, the LA Galaxy, Real Madrid, and other prestigious teams. With a net worth of $450 million, he had more than enough to build his $40 million home in Holland Park, London. A look at Victoria Beckham's Instagram can show you how impressive the place actually is, just by standing at its entrance. The place is pretty stylish, with an amazing living room and a fireplace where the Beckham family spends a lot of time together. They have a fully equipped kitchen with more than enough saucepans and pots to cook some good family meals, and a kitchen island with bar stools around for nice after-meal conversations. Their garden has a teepee where the Beckham children play and relax. It's like every space in the house was designed for them all to spend quality time together as a family. Number 12. Cristiano Ronaldo. If you love football, you know about Cristiano Ronaldo. This professional football player plays for the Portuguese national team and the Juventus, although he became famous while playing for the Real Madrid. With his impressive trajectory, he has been able to amass a net worth of $460 million. Like many famous athletes, Ronaldo has a lot of homes around the world, but his most recent purchase is the modern holiday villa just a few steps from the Mediterranean Sea. This home has open-plan living that includes a dining area outdoors as well as a spacious garden and massive bedrooms with impressive walk-in closets. That's in addition to a LED driveway, a movie theater, and an infinity pool. He really does live like a proper football star. Number 11. Eddie Jordan. If practicing a sport can make you rich, imagine what happens when you're also a businessman, a musician, and a TV personality. And that is the case of Eddie Jordan, an Irish race car driver who won championships in the 70s and even founded his own race in the 90s. With a net worth of $475 million, Jordan was able to build a comfortable home in Ireland, which is his main base in the space where he keeps his helicopter. But he also has other properties around the world, including Wentworth, South Kensington, and a place in Monaco, which is where he keeps his yacht. He also owns an apartment in London, which he raffled out back in 2018. The 3-bedroom apartment had a modern and urban look, with brick walls and modern minimalist art displayed throughout the place. It seems like Eddie's got some serious style. Number 10. LeBron James. And now we move to the world of basketball to look into the life of one of the most famous players, LeBron James. Former Cleveland Cavaliers star and currently playing with the LA Lakers, this legend has a net worth of $480 million. With all that money, he was able to afford this $23 million mansion in Los Angeles. The house has 8 bedrooms and his master suite is so big that it even has its own private patio in addition to a walk-in closet. The floors of this house are covered with hard oak, which mimics the looks of a basketball court. One of the most outstanding features is his Onyx bar, where LeBron can host his teammates after a long day on the basketball court. Other features are a billiard table and LeBron's own modern office. I am sure LeBron enjoys having friends and family over to share this house with them. Number 9. Kobe Bryant. And here is another LA Laker, the one and only Kobe Bryant, and someone we recently said goodbye to. Rest in peace, sir. Up until his last day on Earth, Kobe was not just an athlete, but a successful entrepreneur. With such an impressive career, he was able to gather a net worth of around $500 million, enough to afford a very nice house over in Newport Beach, California. Some of the amenities in his home included a gym, a home theater, a garage space for 4 cars, and a hair salon. But the thing that impressed everyone the most was the fact that he had a shark tank in the middle of his office. His backyard had a pool, a hot tub, and a great spot to catch views of the beautiful Orange County. Kobe was a very tall man, so it makes sense that the sofas in this house were oversized just enough to make him feel comfortable. He had all the comfort he deserved. Once again, rest in peace, Kobe. You are missed. Number 8. Floyd Mayweather. This professional boxer has a net worth of $565 million, which not only comes from his fights, but also from his company, Mayweather Promotions. Like many of the stars on this list, Floyd Mayweather also has a home in LA. Floyd is given a very flashy lifestyle, so it shouldn't surprise you that his home has its own cinema for 12 guests. And it also has its own candy shop, and a fully stocked wine cellar with, well, 225 bottles. You can immediately spot the wine cellar on the right-hand side after walking inside his main living room. Past that spot, you'll come into his kitchen where one of his private chefs can cook any meal the boxer requests at any time of the day. If watching a movie doesn't appeal to you, you can chill in one of his 3 living rooms. The place also has a pool perfect for a party and 10 bathrooms, big enough to be turned into bedrooms. I can honestly see why some people say this athlete has a rather extravagant life. Number 7. Roger Staubach. And here's one that our audience in the US might recognize, a former American football quarterback, Roger Staubach. Although now retired, he was a famous Dallas Cowboys player starting in the late 60s. He was part of the team for 11 seasons and they won the Super Bowl 4 times with him as a quarterback. It then makes sense that his net worth is $600 million and that he lives in perhaps the most prestigious neighborhood in Texas, surrounded by the homes of other athlete stars and George W. Bush. With 5 bedrooms and 8.5 bathrooms, this home blends well with its surrounding landscape. Their backyard has mature trees and stone terraces with massive windows from where you can admire Staubach's surrounding private landscapes. It seems like a great place to escape after retirement. Number 6. Magic Johnson. Now we're going to be looking at the house of the second richest basketball player in the world, Magic Johnson. This guy won a bunch of awards during his 13 seasons with the LA Lakers. For that reason, he made it to the NBA Hall of Fame and has earned a net worth of $600 million. Now he is the president of operations for the Lakers and he has a Tuscan-inspired home in the south of California. The place came from a mix of ideas that Johnson and his wife got during their holidays. All they wanted was a Mediterranean-styled house, a few meters away from the ocean, and a great indoor-outdoor flow. Now they can make breakfast from their kitchen that overlooks the ocean. They can spend time watching a movie in their home theater, or spend the afternoon out in their balcony sipping on those ocean views. More than a home, this place feels like a never-ending holiday escape. Number 5. Michael Schumacher. Next on the list, I have a Formula 1 race car driver from Germany. He is Michael Schumacher and his net worth is $600 million, which makes him the 5th richest athlete in the world. Back in 2014, he had a terrible skiing accident, but he's been able to recover by spending time at his beautiful home by Lake Geneva. It's a 4-story complex called Villa La Reserve from which he gets his magnificent view of the Alps. The Formula 1 star is very private about his life, so it's hard to know what the inside of his house looks like. However, a few years ago, his son said when you put him in his wheelchair facing the beautiful panorama of the mountains overlooking the lake, Michael sometimes cries. I just hope the beautiful Swiss landscape helps him in his recovery. Number 4. Tiger Woods. I'm sure a lot of you were waiting for this name to pop up. Tiger Woods, the golf star, is indeed one of the richest athletes ever, with a net worth of $740 million. This famous golfer has a house in Jupiter Island, Florida, a place I've talked about before because it's the place where a lot of rich people do in fact live. One of the more unique features of this home is its own practice facility, which I guess makes sense since it's Tiger Woods we're talking about. Of course, this guy needs a place to practice and improve his golf skills. Other features include a tennis court, a fitness center, an oxygen therapy room, and a variety of pools, including the one that is as long as the house itself. Number 3. Michael Jordan. And here's another star I'm sure you're all gonna know, Michael Jordan, the retired basketball player with a net worth of $1.9 billion. That's right, the top 3 athletes are above the billion benchmark. The former NBA star has a mansion in Chicago that he's been trying to sell for the last 8 years. You know it's his home as soon as you approach the main entrance with the emblematic 23 on the gates. From there, you have to drive for a few minutes through a path surrounded by trees, making sure the house remains private. Some of the outdoor amenities include a fish pond, a tennis court, and an infinity pool with an island in the middle, which is part of a large patio. When you walk inside, you can find a piano room, a sitting area called the Great Room, and of course an indoor basketball court. I don't know why Mike would want to sell this place. This whole place screams Michael Jordan. I can't picture someone else living here, honestly. Now it's time for the day's best pick. For today's best pick, I have the picture of a basketball star that you already saw in this video, LeBron James. While we already talked about one of his houses, I still wanted to point out that this guy owns more than one house in the same city. That's right, LeBron James has 2 houses in LA. That's in addition to his house in Ohio, which is where he lived while he played for the Cleveland Cavaliers. None of these houses are small, and all of them have their own share of fancy amenities such as a built-in movie theater, spas, bowling alleys, and even sports bars, and that's just, I don't even know what to think. Moving on though, number 2. Ion Siriac. Ion Siriac is a Romanian former athlete that was good at 2 sports, tennis and ice hockey. He led a successful career that turned into a net worth of $2 billion. His house is an impressive penthouse in Bucharest with features that might be quite controversial for some people. Besides a passion for tennis and hockey, Siriac also has a thing for hunting. For that reason, his massive bed was upholstered with the skin of 2 elephants. All the spaces in the house are spacious and airy with stylish and modern details, including neon LED lights on the walls, marble floors, and lots of natural light during the day.
I saved the best for last, but first, I have a quick challenge that takes only 5 seconds to complete. If you can leave a like and subscribe within the next 5 seconds, you'll get 10 years of amazing luck. Just try it, it really works.
Number 1. Vince McMahon. With a net worth of $2.2 billion, the richest athlete in the world is Vince McMahon, a former professional wrestler that built his empire through success within the WWE company. He owns a mansion called Conyers Farm in Greenwich, Connecticut. This place blends in harmony with its natural surroundings. The mansion is filled with lots of trees and unique views of nature. As soon as you reach the front yard, you will spot a big fountain and a lot of cars parked around, including McMahon's $200,000 Bentley Continental GT from 2010. The 3-story house has 7 bedrooms, 9 bathrooms, a gym, guest rooms, and even a conservatory area, which is likely the spot where Vince and his wife go for relaxation. This mansion is within Vince's own private property that also has a pool, 2 gardens, and lots of outdoor space for social activities. I never imagined practicing a sport could reap so many benefits, but it seems that being a good athlete does pay pretty well. What was your favorite home of them all? If you had that much money, what would your house look like? Let us know in the comment section down below. With all that said and done, that's our video for today, folks, and I will see you all next time. Later, everybody!